Hey guys, it is Mike here and welcome back to a brand new series. Today, we are starting our Adrian Sutil career mode. Now, it's not really a career mode, it's an 8 race season. It's just something from Felipe Massa career mode from the end of that, which will be in like 2 to 3 weeks. I'm having a wee bit of trouble with the editing of that, but it's between the Felipe Massa career mode and F1 2016 releasing, so you have some F1 content there, even though it's not a well trending game right now. You can still watch it if you want. So here we are in Adrian Sutil's Sauber. There was a vote to do this of different cars, and Adrian Sutil was obviously chosen. So today we are in practice. It's just 15-minute practice, full qualifying and 25% race. Alright guys, so this is the end of practice. I've only done one lap and we finished last. It started raining at the end of the session, so it was a wee bit slippery, and I was on the prime tires, of course, so I was obviously going to be a bit slower. That is the standings for practice. Let's head into the race, but before that, here is your qualifying report.
Qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix started off with heavy showers for Q1, which saw the likes of Danica Fiat and Pastor Maldonado dropping out. This allowed Jules Bianchi to brilliantly climb his Marussia into Q2. With the rain still falling for this next session, Sergio Perez managed to get his Force India into Q3 at the cost of his teammate Nico Hülkenberg, who was knocked out in 11th. Both Force Indias were struggling in wet conditions, but most teams around them could not capitalise on this, as Q2 saw the likes of Magnussen, Sutil and Jean-Eric Vergne get knocked out. The final session of Q3 saw the track start to dry out, and it was Nico Rosberg who was fastest on the day, ahead of his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Fernando Alonso grabbed a good third place ahead of Sebastian Vettel, who was still struggling to find his feet in this new V6 era. The two Williams were in 5th and 6th, with a struggling Kimi Räikkönen and Daniel Ricciardo in 7th and 8th. Jenson Button settled for 9th place ahead of Perez, who was the last of the top 10. So with a Mercedes lockout on the front row, will it just be a straight fight between them, or can Alonso and Vettel do anything to squash the confidence of Mercedes going into this first race? Up next, the Australian Grand Prix.
So today we're going to have some fun trying to navigate the field in this rain. So let's get underway. No stop strategy then, just go straight from the start to the end, no pit stops. We've got 5 lights and they're out, and away we go here for the Australian Grand Prix. We've got an average start. We're nearly losing the back end there. A lot of wheel spin coming off the start. Come to turn 1 now. We don't want to hit anyone. It's looking quite clean for start from this whole grid. Quite nice. And we're sitting in P12 right now. Going up the inside of Hülkenberg and Perez. Both the Force Indias have just been overtaken by Adrian Sutil, and now we're into points positions. Oh, we're losing it on the exit of the penultimate corner. As Hülkenberg's going to try and overtake us into turn 1, we're going to go try and go as far defensive as we can, but he looks like he's made the move stick. Yes, he has. We tap him on the rear of the car, but he is past us, and now Magnussen is going past us around the outside into turn 3. Luckily we can try and sneak up the inside of Magnussen, which we do, and we've got back up into P11, nearly losing the back end. We have lost the back end there. We have to go wide into turn 4, and we've got warning for exceeding track limits, but we have stayed in P11 after all this. Dramatic stuff at the start of this race. Oh, we've been tapped. Oh, tapped by Magnussen there. I didn't think if we've been tapped again by Magnussen, we have to cut that. I am sorry, but what could we have done there? Flipping got tapped by him and then tapped by him again. Great stuff. We've been tapped again. That's our front wing gone. Magnussen is just wants to kill us today. Our front wing is gone, and we are coming in for another set of full wet tires. What the heck was Magnussen doing there, man? Just absolutely terrible. That's probably points chances for points gone, as everyone else is going for a no stop, and we have to go in for one stop, as someone else is in the pits with us. That is Nico Hulkenberg in the pits with us right now, and he just comes out in front of us. Wow. As we've got a long pit stop, very long pit stop. 8.5 seconds in the pits. Here's a replay from lap 1 there, and as you can see, the camera is focusing on Jules Bianchi. As you can see, he's going side by side with my teammate Gutierrez. Bianchi's currently in P17 after qualifying in a superb P16, but then he just gets taken out by my teammate. Just how annoying would that be? He just gets taken out by my teammate, and then that's him in last place with Gutierrez. Somehow we've got 18 cars in this race. Alonso and Hamilton have retired here. What's happened? We'll have to see at the end of the race what's happened. Somehow we're up into P60. What's happening? We're up into P16. So these people are out of the race apparently. Okay. Alright guys, so here is a replay of the Hamilton incident as he's following Rosberg through. There is my teammate, Gutierrez, just been absolutely wrecked by Hamilton, and then Alonso loses his tyre, and wow, Hamilton's lost his front wing. So there is Sebastian Vettel. As you can see, let's see that from Alonso's point of view right now, if we can find him. Yeah, so we're on board with Fernando Alonso coming through here. As you can see, Hamilton's just smashed into my teammate. From Ricardo's point of view, you can just see Alonso there, and then everyone's just slowed down completely. And I don't know where Bottas retires with the Kvyat, but as we go ahead to Bottas, he's gone very slow, and what does he do? He just goes straight into the back of Hamilton, ruins Hamilton's race. Bottas is just here in the middle of the road. He just reverses right in the front of Kvyat, and Kvyat just plows into him and wrecks his race. Wow. As we can see, we are up into P14. P13 actually, as there's some cars in the pit lane. Alright, so here we are on lap 7. Sutil, are saving fuel, and we've somehow caught up to the John Verne and Hulkenberg's fight. I don't know what's happened here, but Verne's gone very slowly off the exit of this corner, and we've just caught up. The battle has just gone nice corner cut, damn Mac, but they've gone really slowly, so I don't know what's on with them. I've caught them in lean mix in a Sauber 2014 car. I don't know what's on, but it looks like Hulkenberg's gone slow, and that means Verne's gone slow. Can we get an exit? We've got a good exit. Can we get both of them? We've down the inside of John Verne. Can we get down the inside of Hulkenberg into this corner? No, we cannot. We've just gone down the inside of Verne. We've made it stick, and now we can hunt after Hulkenberg. So now come down to the penultimate corner. We're just going to dive up the inside of Hulkenberg, like we did on Magnussen, and that is a move done, or maybe not, as he's just locked onto my tyre. But no, it's moved done, and we're up into P11. Behind, who are we behind? Marcus Ericsson. Well, we're not anymore, but we were behind Marcus Ericsson in the Caterham car. So if he could get points, that'd be a wee bit disappointing, really. As we were talking there, we're back up to P11, and Verne's dropped off a bit. As you can see, Kobayashi is just exiting the pit lane now, so both Caterhams were in the points. That is such a shock. As you can see, we're passing Ericsson and Chilton. Max Chilton and Marcus Ericsson are in the points. What the heck? Only 3 seconds to Chilton. And maybe less now, as we've had another moment at turn 1. Jeez, man. Here we are on the final lap of the race, on board with the man in P2, Nico Rosberg. His teammate has retired. He is sitting behind Sebastian Vettel. Vettel has not pit. Rosberg has. And as we're coming down to turn 10 and 11, Rosberg just goes round the outside of Sebastian Vettel, hitting the wall in the process, but making the move stick round the outside. And Rosberg is going to win the race now. Uh-oh, running on fumes, last kilo or so. Come on, please. Please make it. Please make it. Chilling. And Eric or Kobayashi are right there. So, guys, it looks like Sauber, Manor, and Caterham have all taken points from this race. What the heck? I may have said man, I mean Marussia, whatever, but Adrian Sutil has got 4 points from this race. A good drive from the German driver. So obviously Nico Rosberg wins after overtaking Vettel on the final lap of the race. Ricciardo in third. Fourth Raikkonen, Massa, Button, Grosjean, Sutil, Chilton and Kobayashi round out the top 10. Sauber, Marussia and Caterham getting points. That is just race of the season already. I don't know how the other races are going to go, but that is this race. As unfortunately, Jules Bianchi finishing in 17th after that crash could have been a much better place if he did not crash my teammate. Of course, that's my teammate's fault. But as well, Bottas, Kvyat, Hamilton and Alonso all retiring after Hamilton collided with my teammate. My teammate's caused a lot of stress between people already, so that's great. Fastest lap goes to probably Nico Rosberg, obviously. So here we are on the driver standings now. It's obviously the same as the race finished. And yeah, that's basically it. Now hopping over to the constructors. Red Bull lead Mercedes by 8 points. Ferrari in third, Williams in fourth. Fifth is McLaren, sixth Lotus, seventh is Sauber, Marussia and Caterham. And surprisingly, Force India and Toro Rosso do not have any points. Usually it's Marussia, usually it's Caterham and Sauber that didn't have any points in the 2014 season. But, whoa, this series is already going to be amazing, I can tell. I hope you guys have enjoyed this race and this episode. Whoa. I hope to see you guys on the next episode next week. Have a wonderful day. Be sure to like and subscribe for more of this content. And I'll see you guys next time.